So today we are going to start with a new series called Sikshashtakam, 8 essential instructions. Shiksha means instruction. Shiksha, right? Essential instructions. So Shiksha Ashtakam. Ashtaka means in Sanskrit 8 verses. We are all familiar. Guru Ashtakam, Damodar Ashtakam, right? Ashtakam means 8 verses. So Sikshashtakam means 8 essential verses covering the most important instructions given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we all know he appeared about 500 years ago in Navadvip, Mayapur, and there he inaugurated the Sankirtana movement. And he, without any discrimination of caste, color, creed, or any other background, he involved everybody in this process of worshipping the Supreme Lord through Sankirtan. He said, for Sankirtan, there is no barrier. Anybody can join. Even the most sinful person can join Sankirtan and become purified. And because that time there were some people who were considering themselves to be, so-called Brahmanas. They were considering themselves to be superiors. And they were ill-treating the other people, right? Thinking themselves to be superior and others to be inferior. So Mahaprabhu said, this is not the right thing. We are all parts and parcels of Krishna. We are all amshas of Krishna, children of Krishna. So everybody has the right as a human being to become God conscious. In fact, human life is meant for that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he involved everybody, the masses, and he started the Harinam Sankirtan movement. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, according to the scriptures, has been revealed that he is an incarnation of Krishna in the Kali Yuga. In the Bhagavatam itself, you will find some references. Towards the end of the Bhagavatam, it is said, Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Prayaihi Yajantihi Sumedhasaha. It is said, people who are Sumedhasaha, very intelligent, in Kali Yuga, what they will do? They will perform what is called as Sankirtana Yajna. Yajna means the mode of worship. Sankirtana means what? The word Sankirtana, it's a Sanskrit word. Samyak Kirtana. Iti Sankirtana. Samyak means very nicely. Kirtana means glorifying. So very nicely glorifying the Supreme Lord by chanting His holy names. This is called Sankirtana. And this Sankirtana is called the Yuga Dharma for this Kali Yuga. The process highly recommended for each and every person, immaterial of his background. Anybody in this Kali Yuga has to perform Sankirtana to attain perfection. This is the verdict of the scriptures. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he involved the masses and made everybody. He had a group of people, devotees. What they would do, evening, as soon as the sun sets, what they would do, they would all go collect people from different parts of the Nadiya, and they will assemble in a place, in a house of one devotee called Srivas Thakur. And till late night they would be doing Kirtan. And during the daytime, the devotees would go door to door knock at the doors and say, "We have come on behalf of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to request you to please chant Hare Krishna. Can you please chant Hare Krishna?" Right? Mukhe bholo Hari Hari. Keep chanting the holy name of the Lord. Like this, they would go and request everybody. So, this movement became very, very popular. And this spread not only in Bengal, in neighboring states, Odisha. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had many disciples whom he deputed to different places. He sent the Goswamis to Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan, which we all know 5000 years ago Krishna had appeared and he had performed his leelas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent these Goswamis to go and live in Vrindavan and teach the common people how to practice bhakti. And they also were instructed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to write many books. So who are the Goswamis? Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Gopala Bhatta Goswami. These are the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. They are all direct disciples of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they wrote various books about bhakti on the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also debated with big stalwart scholars and defeated them in philosophical debate. Right? So there was one great scholar called Keshava Kashmiri. What is his name? Keshav Kashmiri. Now he was a great scholar. He's from which place? Kashmir. The name itself tells. Very easy. So his name is Digvijayi Keshava Kashmiri. Digvijayi means what? He had conquered all directions. His work was to go anywhere, find one scholar, argue with him, debate with him, and then defeat him. Then he would get one letter from him that such and such a scholar has been defeated by Keshav Kashmiri. Then he will go to another city. There also he will find who is that scholar. Then he will sit and debate with him. He will defeat him also. Like this, in all the directions he had gone and he had conquered people. Such a great scholar. Okay, see, Indians fighting is not by weapons. They would not go and conquer territories like this, but they would conquer by debate and discussion. So, one day this Keshav Kashmiri came to this place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. What is that place? Mayapur. Okay. So, Navadvip, it is called Navadvip Mayapur. He was a young boy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a young boy, and he was a Sanskrit grammar teacher. He had his own school. And students of he had his students. So this Keshav Kashmiri, when he came to Navadvip, all the big scholars, elderly scholars of Navadvip, they thought that, see, if this Keshav Kashmiri defeats us, it is an insult for us. So first let us make this person debate against Nimai Pandit. Who is Nimai Pandit? That was the earlier name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nimai Pandit. Okay. So if this Nimai Pandit gets defeated, then we can say he's after all a small boy. He got defeated. But if Nimai Pandit defeats the Keshav Kashmiri, then we can say proudly, what kind of a Keshav Kashmiri, Digvijay Pandit you are? You could not defeat small boy. And what will you face us big stalwarts? Like that they thought, they schemed like that. And they asked Nimai Pandit to go and debate with this Keshav Kashmiri.
Which domain they will debate? Which topics they will debate?
Yeah. So very interesting. I'll tell you the story, then you will understand. So, so then what happened? this Keshava Kashmiri, he said, Chaitanya that is Nimai Pandit and his students, they were all on the banks of river Ganga. And this Nimai Pandit was teaching them grammar. Keshav Kashmiri came there to meet Nimai Pandit. So he said, oh, everybody is talking that you are a great scholar. I am a Digvijay Pandit. Come debate with me. We will argue like this. So this Nimai Pandit said, you see, oh, very nice, you are a great scholar. I am not as great scholar as you. I am just a grammar teacher for students. Sanskrit grammar, intermediate stage only. You are advanced. So he was trying to glorify. Nimai Pandit was glorifying. So you do one thing. I have heard that you are a great poet. Oh, Keshav Kashmiri, can you compose some Sanskrit verses on the spot, glorifying Mother Ganga? Like this. So this Keshav Kashmiri said, oh, this is such a cakewalk for me. So on the spot, Keshav Kashmiri composed 100 verses, shlokas, glorifying what? Mother Ganga. 100 verses were composed on the spot. Keep it, we'll distribute later. So, very nice. So Nimai Pandit also was very happy. Then after hearing all the 100 verses, some of the verses, Nimai Pandit started reciting. He had heard only once, first time he heard, but he was able to remember all the 100 verses. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's another name is, he is Shruti Dhara. Shruti Dhara means once he hears, he never forgets. What about us? Ulta, right? How many times ever we hear, we forget easily. But here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in fact, in the Gurukul system, in Vedic system, the knowledge was passed on by hearing only, not by books, printing and all was not there. So Guru would chant the shlokas and the disciple would hear it. And one of the main reasons why they were able to have such a good memory is because of brahmacharya. Brahmacharya means not wasting the essential energy of the body. In fact, the essential energy of the body, by practice of brahmacharya, it can be, the seminal fluid can be made to raise to the brain. And the brain tissues can get nourished with that energy. And this will help in memory retention. This will also give a ojas, a kind of glow to the face of a brahmachari. Now these are all the principles start in the... So sense control, mind control, these are all essential features of brahmacharya, and this ensures mental strength and physical strength as well. And one of the mental strengths is memory. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started reciting those verses. So Keshav Kashmiri was surprised. Today only freshly I composed this verse. No one knows these verses. He is able to chant these verses. Wonderful. Not only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he recited one verse and said, now let us discuss about the positives and negatives of this verse. Like this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. Immediately Keshav Kashmiri became angry. What negative can be there in my composition? This is being too proud, no? When somebody is too proud, he thinks whatever I have done is perfect. He says, I am Digvijayi Pandita. I am a great devotee of Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning. And I have made so many great Pandits bite dust. That is my position. And you are, after all, one middle school grammar teacher, and you are talking about the loopholes or negatives in my composition. Huh? So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pointed out, don't worry. So I will point out. So he pointed out the good qualities in that one shloka. Good qualities. He said this alankara is very nice. Usage of these words are very nice. Very nice you have done. Wah wah, like this. Shabash. Now I will point out the negatives. Wrong things that you have done. Oh, is it so? Okay, let us see. Tell me, what are the negativities? So then he said, see, one of the negatives, in one of the shlokas, he had used the word Bhavani Bhartu. Bhavani Bhartu. Bharta means husband. Bhavani means, who is Bhavani? Parvati Devi. So, Bhavani Bharta means what?
Parvati's husband.
Parvati's husband. But what is the meaning of the word Bhavani itself? The wife of Bhava. Bhava is another name of Lord Shiva. Bhavani means the wife of Lord Shiva. Now you are saying Bhavani Bhartu means it is technically wrong usage. It means you are saying this Bhavani, the wife of Lord Shiva's husband. Bhavani Bhartu, wife of Lord Shiva's, what is it? Husband of the wife of Lord Shiva. That means this is giving a wrong understanding to people.
Lord Shiva himself.
Correct. So what? Bhavani Bhartuhu. This is grammatically incorrect composition. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pointed out.
It looks grammatically correct.
It looks correct. It looks correct, but it is wrong. Suppose now if you say, there are two people, let's say. Okay, Aditya and Shashi. Okay, Aditya is a friend of Shashi. Okay, now it is direct, it is understood. Aditya is friend of Shashi. Now if I ask that person whose friend's name is Aditya, okay, and that person, no, not like that. Suppose if you say there are two siblings, okay, instead of saying directly, you are the brother of him, he is the brother of him. If there is no third person, it is very clear. There are only two siblings. But if there is a third person also, then there is ambiguity. Now if I say now, Bhavani Bhartu, okay, what does it mean? Bhavani is already, it means she is the wife of Lord Shiva. Why are you again saying Bhartu? Bhavani means wife of Lord Shiva. It's included. Shiva is also there. Wife of Lord Shiva is also included in that Bhavani. But now you are, just to create some chamatkara in your poetry, you are introducing another Bhavani Bhartu. Now a new reader will be prompted to think that this Bhavani has got another husband, which is not at all correct. You are insulting. This is not the way. Like this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pointed out. Then what is another? And in another shloka, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had used one. Dvitiya Shri Lakshmi. Like this he had used another. Shri Lakshmi. Lakshmi means Lakshmi. Shri means Lakshmi. So why you are using Shri Lakshmi? This is another, mistake in your poetry. Like this he gave some, this was not expected by Digvijay Pandit. I'm just talking to one grammar school teacher, middle school grammar. He is having so much knowledge about Alankara, about all these things. So he was taken aback. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, these are only samples I have given. In fact, all the 100 shlokas that you have composed, in every shloka some or the other mistake is there. And if I start telling you, you will feel very bad. You came with an intention to, defeat the scholars of Navadvip. So now you will become very unhappy. So I'm not going to tell everything to you like this, he said. So he was humbled. But he could not accept this defeat. First time in his life, small boy is defeating him. So he went to his house, prayed to Lord Mother Saraswati. See, like this has happened to me. This is the first time you have. How can you let your devotee become defeated by one ordinary grammar teacher? At that time, Saraswati Devi, she appeared in the dream of this Digvijay Pandita and said, actually, because you were so proud of your scholarship, you could not recognize with whom you were discussing. You were discussing, you were debating, you were trying to talk to somebody who is the ultimate source of all knowledge. My husband, Lord Brahma, got knowledge from him in the beginning. That is the original personality, Krishna. And that person has come in the form of his own devotee to teach everybody how to be a devotee. And that is this Nimai Pandit. And you must feel yourself very fortunate for even having come in touch with him and spoken to him face to face. So tomorrow you should just go and fall at his feet and accept your defeat, like this Mother Saraswati orders. And next day morning, Digvijay Pandit comes and he falls at the feet of this Nimai Pandit and he accepts defeat. So, from this, what do we understand is that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a great scholar himself, but he did not show his scholarship. He told, in Kashi when he went and, when he was doing Sankirtan on the streets, some sannyasis came and asked him, what are you doing? You have taken sannyas. You are such a young man. You are supposed to sit and study Vedanta. And you are like a sentimentalist. You are singing and dancing on the streets. Hare Krishna, you are singing and dancing. At that time, what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? He took a very, very, very humble position. He said, Guru Mora Murkha Deki Karilo Shasana. He said, my Guru, my spiritual master told that I am actually a fool and I am not at all eligible to study Vedanta. That's why he told me to chant Hare Krishna. So he took a very humble position. He did not go there and, he was not in the mood of this Digvijay Pandita, that I will go defeat everybody and debate. That is not the mood. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is an incarnation of Krishna, the ultimate source of all knowledge. Plus, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu empowered so many of his disciples to write big, big books. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself did not write any book. That's another interesting thing. So he left only 8 verses behind. 8 verses which summarizes the entire philosophy of Krishna consciousness. That is called Sikshastakam. So if you know 8 verses, you know Krishna consciousness. That's all. So the 8 shlokas, 8 verses which glorify or which talk about the essential truths about Krishna consciousness, personally composed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is what we are going to study from today. Please distribute. Each day we are going to discuss one verse. And also, as I said, this is like the essence, the cream of the entire Krishna consciousness knowledge. If one understands these 8 shlokas with meaning, that means he has understood what is Krishna consciousness, what is bhakti. So we will also try to learn to chant these verses. It's important to learn how to chant. So first verse we will see. The first verse focuses on purifying the heart, cleansing. Okay. Now suppose we are all sitting in this place, right? Suppose if our place is all filled with dust, dirt, and it is all, things are thrown there and here, disorganized, and some rubbish everywhere, if it is surrounding us, will we be in a peaceful mood to sit and even, what do you say? Will we feel good? Because the place that you are going to be seated in will affect your consciousness, isn't it? Of course, if somebody is in deep tamoguna, for such a person it doesn't make a difference. Tamoguna, tamasic people, when they are surrounded by garbage, they say it's okay, chalta hai. Because inside also garbage, outside also garbage, attraction. But people who are in sattva guna, or at least people who are trying to become sattvic, immediately they will feel uncomfortable. Right? Immediately they will feel uncomfortable when they come to a tamasic atmosphere. Right? So, they say that a cluttered mind first begins with a cluttered room. When your room is cluttered, when your workplace is cluttered, it actually indicates your mind is also cluttered. Your thoughts are also cluttered. First you have to declutter. Correct, no? Before you even, that's why you see in all our major festivals, lot of importance is given for cleaning. Before even purchasing some new items for the festival, first thing is clean the house thoroughly. Take out all the unused materials, throw it out. In fact, a holy festival, they do that, no? Holy, what they do? All the old, useless things, they come, they keep it in one place and set fire. Because some things, we should just keep it like that, which is unused. It gives a very negative vibes. We have to get rid of those, kalmasha. Kalmasha means what? Contamination. First get rid of the contaminations. Then there is a lot of space for new things, new thoughts to come, positivity to come. Even in Pongal, Sankranti also, they do this. What is it called? Bhogi. And then before Diwali cleaning happens. Full house, thoroughly cleaning. So cleaning is important. Correct? So so cleanliness is of two types. External cleanliness and internal cleanliness. First, external cleanliness should happen. Right? Then only internal cleanliness is possible. Correct, no? So all your rooms you should go and check what is the halat. Are you waiting for Deepavali or Holi, or immediately? You should see that. Okay, so let us chant this verse. Please repeat after me. Verse 1 of Sikshashtakam. You hear how I am chanting and repeat after me. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. Cheto darpanamarjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam. Shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhu jivanam. Shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadhu jivanam. Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamrita svadanam. Anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamrita svadanam. सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् चेतो दर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावाग्निनिर्वापणम् श्रेयकैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतास्वादनम् सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् चेतो दर्पणमार्जनं भवमहादावाग्निनिर्वापणम् श्रेयकैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतास्वादनम् सर्वात्मस्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनम् Okay, so let us see word by word. Chetaha means our mind or our consciousness. Darpana means mirror. Marjanam means cleaning. Right? If the mirror is covered with dust, you cannot see your reflection properly. So first you need to cleanse the mirror. Then you can see your reflection properly. In the same way, our chetaha, our mind, is filled with so many contaminations. And those contaminations have to be removed. Correct? So, the first effect of Harinama Sankirtanam, Shri Krishna Sankirtanam, first effect is what? Cheto Darpana Marjanam. The mirror of our mind gets cleansed of all the impurities. The first effect. The moment you start chanting Hare Krishna, this is the first effect that you can experience. Mind will become more and more sattvic. It will become free from intoxicating habits which pull down our consciousness, so that you can experience. So, cleansing the mirror of the mind is the first effect. What is that called? Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Marjana means to cleanse. Then, Bhava Maha Davagni Nirvapanam is the second effect. Nirvapanam means to extinguish, to put off. Bhava means this material existence. Maha means great. Davagni means forest fire. So the forest fire, the blazing forest fire of this material existence will be put off when you chant the holy names. What does it mean? Suppose you are stuck in a forest and the forest is on fire. Whichever direction you go, forest fire is there. You cannot put it off by yourself. You are stuck there. Right? Either someone has to airlift you, or that is also very difficult, or you have to just get burnt in that forest fire. So our current situation in the material world is compared to this kind of a forest fire. Right? Forest fire happens on its own. And then you know what happens? Once one part of the forest catches fire, then it starts spreading everywhere. Why? Because of the wind. This is called Anila Anala Samyoga. Samyoga means cooperation. Cooperation between Anila and Anala. Anala means fire. Anila means wind. So the wind will Start spreading the fire everywhere. In Kali Yuga especially, there are many agents which quickly spread ignorance, which keep people deeply in material conception of life. Correct, no? If you see, the big propaganda is made, movies are made, reality shows are made, so many things. It's all about how to eat well, how to sleep well, how to have good sex life, and how to defend yourself nicely. These 4 things are nicely glorified. If somebody does these 4 things nicely, then he is said to be an expert, he is said to be a successful person. This is the kind of propaganda that is built. So, the more we think that advancing in these 4 things will make us happy, we should know that we are stuck in the blazing forest fire. But when we chant Hare Krishna mantra, we get the mercy rain of Krishna, the shower of Krishna falls on us, and we at once get relief from this blazing forest fire. That is why it is said, Bhava Maha Davagni Nirvapanam. Devotee means, becoming devotee of Krishna means what? Understanding that just doing these 4 things is not the goal of life. Developing pure love for Krishna is the goal of life. And when you chant nicely Hare Krishna mantra, you are making progress towards loving Krishna, and that's how you are becoming free from this blazing forest fire. So second effect of chanting Hare Krishna mantra is it extinguishes the fire of conditional life. We are all conditioned to think, act in a certain way, but the holy name of the Lord, when you start chanting, it changes our paradigm. It frees us from that conditional forest fire. Third effect, Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. Shreyas means ultimate good. Chandrika means what? Moonshine. Shreya Kairava Chandrika Vitaranam. Kairava means the rays of the cool moonshine. Vitaranam means what? Distribution. Vitarana means to distribute. What happens when it's not just enough to get relief from the blazing forest fire, you need to also get cool. Correct? You need to get the cooling moonshine. Right? Especially in the summer season, whole day it will be very hot. But on a full moon night in the summer season, people feel so cool, so nice. All their whole day's fatigue they will forget just by seeing that, moon. It is pleasing to the eyes also, and it gives some relief, right? So when you chant the holy name of the Lord, first thing that happens is our contaminations are cleansed, Cheto Darpana Marjanam, purification happens. Second is, we are saved from the blazing forest fire of material existence. Right? Because how? By the holy name gives us the intelligence to do those activities which are really important. Just because the whole world is doing something, we don't have to do it. Right? We become intelligent. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, one who becomes my devotee, to such a person I give him special intelligence. Chapter 10, verse number 10 in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I give the intelligence by which they can come back to me. So, the holy name of the Lord is not different from Krishna. So, when you chant the holy name, you get that. Then, third thing is what makes us, gives us the cooling moonshine of Shreyas. There are 2 things, Preyas and Shreyas. Preyas means what? Immediate benefit, immediate good. Shreyas means long-term good. So when you chant the holy name, you become, you will get the discrimination between what is really good and what is short-term good. So Shreyas, we get ultimate good. And then Vidya Vadhu Jivanam. So this chanting of the holy name of the Lord is the sum total of all education. Right? If someone is really having Vidya, means what? In knowledge. Such a person will take up this process of chanting. That means a person who has taken up the process of chanting the holy name of the Lord is said to be the most intelligent person. Right? Sumedhasaha, as I mentioned in the Bhagavata. And then, how many effects over? 4. Fifth one is Anandambudhi Vardhanam. Ananda means bliss, happiness. Ambudhi means ocean. Vardhanam means increasing. By chanting Hare Krishna mantra, a devotee feels an increasing ocean of happiness within. First of all, ocean itself is so big. Have you come across any ocean which keeps increasing? No. All the material oceans, they're all limited oceans. But here is an ocean. It is Vardhanam. Vardhayati means to increase. So, a devotee, as he keeps chanting the holy names day by day, he becomes more and more advanced in spiritual understanding, and because of which his relationship with Krishna becomes stronger and stronger, because of which his happiness also keeps increasing. Your HQ, what is HQ? Happiness quotient increases, right? So that means material happiness, it decreases with the age of a person. As your body ages, material pleasures decrease. Whereas spiritual pleasure increases. It is not dependent on your body's age. Depends on soul's realizations. The more you do, the more you chant Hare Krishna mantra, the more you understand Bhagavad Gita, the more you do service, the more the soul becomes mature. The soul experiences newer and newer dimensions of spiritual happiness. That is why it is said Anandambudhi Vardhanam. Then, sixth effect, Pratipadam Purnamrita Aswadanam. Pratipadam means at every step. Purna Amrita. Purna means complete. Amrita means nectar. Aswadanam. Aswadanam means tasting. So when you chant Hare Krishna mantra, as you make spiritual progress, every step you are going to relish newer and newer joys. That means spiritual life is not some stagnant life. Okay, just like material achievements are all stagnant. I did this degree, over. I completed that degree. After that what? Something more I should do. Then something more I should put efforts. But in spiritual life it is not like that. The same Hare Krishna mantra you chant throughout your life, as you become more and more spiritually matured, you will experience more and more pleasure, more and more happiness. So Purnamrita Aswadanam. So it will enable you to taste the nectar for which you are always anxious. And lastly, Sarvatma Snapanam. Your whole existence becomes, Snapana means cleansed. It's a bath, right? Bath for the soul. Sarva Atma Snapanam. Snapana means bath. So you take bath for your body, but when you chant Hare Krishna, you are taking bath for the soul. That is the meaning of Sarvatma Snapanam. So 7 effects Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is listing in this first shloka. What happens when you chant? And therefore he is saying, Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Therefore, all glories to the chanting of the holy name, to all glories to Krishna Sankirtana. So let us see the translation. Glory to the Shri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. So, what is Mahaprabhu telling here in the first shloka? Cleansing. Importance about cleanliness of the soul. And cleanliness of the soul at the same time. See, many times we see lot of Indians, in India we have a lot of holy places. We go Tirumala, or where all we go? Ayodhya, Kedarnath, Badrinath, then Dwaraka, Somnath, then Jagannath. See, so many places we go. People go there with so much faith. They have darshan of God. But what people go there and do? Pollute that place. They throw the plastic there only, and they take bath in the Koneru in Tirupati, and their clothes they throw, their underwears, their towels they throw in that pond only, in the river only. So is this the way to worship that sacred place? One side you are saying it is a sacred place, and then what are you going? Next set of people who are going to come after you should also get one sacred experience, no? Now if you are going and dirtying that place, everyone will start thinking that this is the custom. So recently one month back I went to Srirangapatna. So Srirangapatna, Kaveri river is flowing, correct, no? So there, one unique thing I saw. People go with their clothes, take bath, remove their clothes, dump the clothes in the river only and come back. Everybody is doing like that. Then I asked why they are doing like this. They said, no, it is a tradition here, it's a custom here like this. Now what is happening because of that? The water is getting stagnant at some place. It is dirty, smelling very bad, and government is least bothered to clean it also. And everybody is thinking that this is a custom, so let us keep on depositing our clothes there. So how people don't know how to take care of holy places, isn't it? So they say that I go to holy bath to get rid of my sins and to pollute that place. This is my Tirth Yatra. No, this is not the way. So all of us, we are educated people. We should not be like that. When you go with your family members, if they do any such things, dustbins will be there. Just there only dustbin will be there. But they won't go and throw in the dustbin. They'll just throw like that. They'll go and sit in the river bank and eat something, throw everything there and come. So why I'm saying this? Because it reflects our consciousness. How we have kept the place which we regard to be very important place. How we have kept it, that reflects our consciousness. Our room, how we have kept, that reflects our consciousness. Our workplace, how we have kept, that reflects our consciousness. Correct, no? So whatever is inside, no, that only shows out it like that. Isn't it? So we should not do this. So we should, that's why it is said cleanliness is next to godliness. Correct, no? In fact, one of the 20 items of knowledge Krishna lists in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is cleanliness. One must Maintain both internal and external cleanliness. For internal cleanliness, we always chant the holy name. Apavitra pavitro va sarvavastha gatopi va yasmaret pundarikaksham sabahya abhyantara shuchihi. So Garuda Purana says, in any condition of life, if one remembers the lotus-eyed Lord Vishnu, Pundarikaksha means one whose eyes is like lotus petal, then immediately he becomes Bahya Abhyantara Shuchihi. Externally and internally he'll become Shuchi, pure. Right? So always we should chant the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this will purify our consciousness. How to, that is internal bath. Sarvatma Snapanam. What to do for body bath, body cleansing? You have to take bath. Correct? Both are important. Correct? No, both are important. So in the same way, the place in which we are living also should be clean. We should make sure. Then only we can make spiritual advancement. Because the external environment influence our thoughts. And our thoughts influence our words. Our words influence our actions. Our actions, when they are repeated, they become our habits. And when the habits decide our character. And character decides our destiny. See, everything is so much connected. So in this one shloka, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so as I said, the whole philosophy of Krishna consciousness is encapsulated in 8 shlokas. So in the first shloka, he is just talking about 7 effects of chanting Hare Krishna. 7 effects. We can discuss each effect in length, 1 hour, 2 hours we can discuss. But for time being, this much is enough. Right? But application, Prabhupada once said, philosophy is great. But greater than philosophy is application of the philosophy. What is the use if I only know the philosophy and I don't apply it in my life? Most of the Indians are like that. We know so much philosophy, big things we speak. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, oh, this is holy place. But after going to the holy place, what are we doing there? Puda, Kudadan, everywhere. This is not correct. Isn't it? If this one thing can change, no? We have the best culture, the best heritage, best knowledge, best process, everything is the best. But we don't know how to, keep it in a nice way, presentable manner, presentation. Westerners don't have any stuff, but they're very good in packaging and presentation. We have the best stuff, but we are not so good in presentation. That's the problem. So we should learn, very important, cleanliness. Any questions?
Why it happened like this?
Huh?
Why it happened like this?
Yeah, there is one answer for this. Mahabharata says, Daridrya dosha gunarashi nasha. Because of poverty, people forget the good qualities. And of course, why this poverty came? India was not a poor country. Because of years, decades and centuries of looting by foreign invaders. So poverty has come up. See, suppose if there is a poor man, what will he give priority to? Will he give priority to somehow earning his daily bread? Or will he think of, see, our culture is so great, we have to first nicely present it? Which one he will think? He will say, first paid barna hai. So, daridrya dosha gunarashi nasha. Because of this one dosha called daridrya. Daridrya means poverty. All the guna rashi, the mines and heaps of good qualities are nasha, destroyed. That is why The British, when they came as businessmen, English East India Company, but when they saw Indian culture is so strong, so they tried to attack the Indian culture by destroying the Gurukuls, which are the source of knowledge, that is destroyed, and then looting the rich temples. Before this British came also, there were other invaders, Gori, Ghazni, they all came. 17 times they attacked Somnath temple, looted each time. They took huge truckloads of, gold and other wealth. So, when these two things are gone, what is that? Vidya, knowledge centers are destroyed, and wealth is also gone. Then what is left for people to be proud of? Culture is one thing, because culture is somehow strongly there. Some little bit of Vedic culture is still remaining in India. Otherwise, they tried hard to, destroy the culture also, but they could not. So, when these two things, especially, if culture has to flourish also, these two things have to be there. Knowledge has to be there, wealth has to be there. So, if these two things are not there, so once these two things are not there, then all degradation started. Even when we study about Vijayanagara dynasty, when we go to Hampi, we see that it is said that even about 600 years, 700 years ago, gold and diamonds were sold on the market, on the streets in the market. That was the kind of prosperity.
Our kings are very strong, right? Why they lose? Our kings are very strong, right?
No, our culture is strong, but it needs a social structure also to sustain. The invaders tactfully attacked that social structure. Atma is there, but the body is required, for the Atma to be there and do some action in the material world. So our Atma is, yes, philosophy, knowledge of the Gita and all this. But if the social structure is disturbed, very difficult to implement that spiritual knowledge in day-to-day life. But even though we were under foreign subjugation for so many centuries, our culture is so strong, it has sustained this much. No other culture in this world has sustained so many onslaughts. This itself shows that the Vedic culture has stuff, real stuff it has. Now it is our duty now, see, if we don't learn how to pronounce Sanskrit shlokas and we don't pass it on to the next generation, how will this knowledge continue? It's not only about learning Sanskrit shlokas, the meanings of those verses. How will we promote it to the next? So it is so much, it's not a simple one-line answer, it is so many aspects come into picture. Please distribute the beads. Any other question anyone has?
Sir, you mentioned prayers and prayers, like how to distinguish between them?
Yeah, prayers means something which gives you immediate good is called prayers. For example, tomorrow you have exam, but your friend, let's say he will call you, come let's go for a movie. Okay, new movie has come. Which is a new movie? Huh? Raja Babu. Acha? Raja? Acha, I don't know. So I'm fully out of this. I don't know which movie. So suppose your friend says, come let's watch this Raja Babu movie. Raja Babu? Yeah. Okay. Raja Prabhas movie. Okay. So now you feel, oh very nice, let me go and watch. Acha rahega. So you are going for prayers. Immediate benefit, immediate happiness. But if you say, no, Raja Babu can wait. I will watch after 1 week, after 2 weeks. Now what is important for me? For my long-term good, Raja Babu is not important. paying attention for my exam, that is important. That is, so when you use your intelligence to think what is long-term good, that is called Shreyas. So to distinguish between Shreyas and Preyas requires spiritual knowledge. Okay. Without spiritual knowledge, 99.99% of the people always go for Preyas only in this world. 99.99% of the people, in 99% of the situations, people will go for what is immediate pleasure. Immediately, what will I get? Right? So, that spiritual knowledge is the gap that you are adding between the stimulus and the response. Spiritual knowledge. Okay? Any other question?
You talked about the prosperity in wealth and knowledge earlier in our culture. So can we recover it again?
Yeah, very much possible.
If it is possible, how can we?
Each one of us should become awakened. See what happens if everybody starts thinking, my life, my career, my earning, my family, that's all. Others, let them go to hell. Society, let it go to dogs. Then that is a reason, actually that is the reason why there is no unity in today's people of today's followers of so-called Sanatana Dharma. Everybody, because, see, it is also because of poverty again. So everybody thinks that, oh, if I start thinking about others, I have my own family, I have to take care, who will do that? There's so many things. So somehow we, at least some intelligent people in the society should give up that mindset of being selfish. If Srila Prabhupada had thought like that, Srila Prabhupada had thought, see, I anyway got knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, I became pure devotee, I'm anyway in Vrindavan only, till the end of my life I'll simply be in Vrindavan, chant Hare Krishna and go back to Krishna. If he had thought like that, then the world would not have got Krishna consciousness. So, one has to become free from this selfish mentality of my pleasures, my family, my interests. Such a person is called Narottama. Narottama means what? Nara Uttama. Uttama means best. One who always thinks for a greater good. Opposite of that is Naradhama. One who is always thinking, my life, my career, my earning, my 6-digit salary, my. That's all. No, there is something more than that. So, and you know one more problem with all of us, we think that someone else should come and do it for us. Some avatara will come and do for us. What are we going to do? We can all be at least an instrumental cause in the Lord's hand. Isn't it? We have this mentality. Some Masiha, some Messiah will come. He will come and do. Why I should worry? Let me worry about my own things. No. A person who is really wanting to do something, he should give up his selfish mentality and try to, first of all, try to become spiritually enlightened, and also the greatest service that one can do to the world is to spread this Krishna consciousness. Next time I'll tell you the conversation between Srila Prabhupada and his spiritual master. First conversation, how it brought about paradigm change. You remind me tomorrow, I'll tell you next time. This is a very interesting conversation. Okay, let us chant now. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.